And warm welcome to all of you, one and all the participants and my fellow IPs. Good evening, everyone. Now, this is the on behalf of the IPNet Central Region. As you are aware that this is the 48th seminar on where this is the 48th seminar of IPNet, and this is on behalf of the IPNet Central Region in a series of webinars organized periodically under the umbrella of IPNet, the National Network of Insolvency Professionals. Now, without going to further, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Ashish Makhija to give us formal welcome address. Please, sir.
Yeah,
Makhija.
thank you, Babita ji. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of IPNet, welcome to today's webinar, Thriving Under Pressure, Developing Resilience and Soft Skills for CIRP and IBC Success. First of all, friends, a very sincere thanks to our members. Your participation and word of mouth, both of them have powered IPNet's growth. Because of you, we now meet every Saturday for learning and exchange. And over the last 2 weeks, we even ran back-to-back programs with CPE hours, including our IBC Amendment Bill 2025, legal analysis in partnership with Triple IPI ICI. The momentum is yours. Why this topic today, friends? Here is the thing. Technical expertise gets cases admitted. Resilience, communication, stakeholder management get them closed as well. CIRP and IBC work tests our steadiness, our ability to handle conflict, and our skill at leading diverse stakeholders under time pressure. What this really means is that soft skills are not optional. On the contrary, I would say that they are the multiplier. Without these soft skills of public relations, how to thrive under pressure, stress management, no one talks about these. Everyone talks about compliances, everyone talks about the law, everyone talks about how to complete the assignment. But has anyone thought about that how you will have to thrive under pressure? Because at the end of the day, we are all human beings. So we are fortunate to have two excellent speakers who live this every day. Mr. Santanu Ray, Ms. Tina Saraswat Pandey, they have done number of assignments and that too under a lot of pressures. I'm sure today they are going to share practical tools which you can use tomorrow morning, from managing stress and decision fatigue to building trust with the creditors and the teams. Housekeeping before we begin, friends, this session is being recorded. We will share the recording and key takeaways with all the registrants. Please keep your microphone on mute. If you are asking questions only at that time, we'll request you to unmute yourself. You can drop questions in the chat as they occur, as they come to you, so that they can be taken up simultaneously or at the end as the speakers would like to have it. Thank you again for placing your trust in IPNet and for showing up consistently. Let us make this hour useful. With that, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Santanu Ray and, of course, Ms. Tina Saraswat Pandey to today's webinar. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I just play a short video of this is the IPNet purpose, and this showing the purpose and initiative and contributions of the IPNet, sir.
Bankruptcy, professionals need more than just knowledge. They need a strong network, continuous support, and a unified voice. As the challenges of the insolvency profession grow, so does the need for a platform where professionals can come together, share their experiences, and find collective solutions. That's why IPNet was formed. Promoted by Transition, IPNet is more than just a network. It's a mission to unite insolvency professionals across India, empowering them with the tools, knowledge, strong leadership, and community support they need to excel. Our purpose is simple: to create a cohesive community of insolvency professionals that stand strong together, advocates for their interests, and drives excellence in every aspect of the profession. At IPNet, we believe in continuous learning and collaboration. Our activities are designed to ensure that every member stays ahead in their field, from specialized study groups that dive deep into critical topics like CIRP, compliances, and many more, to webinars and workshops that bring the latest insights right to your screen. IPNet is your gateway to professional growth. Backed by Transition, a leader in insolvency training and resources, IPNet is committed to promoting the interests of insolvency professionals. Our goal is to ensure that every IP, no matter where they are, has access to the best resources, strong leadership, and a network that truly understands their needs. Join us in this mission to build a stronger, smarter, and more connected community of insolvency professionals. Together, we can overcome challenges, shape the future of the profession, and make a lasting impact. IPNet, National Network for Insolvency Professionals in India.
Today's our lead speaker, Mr. Shantanu Tire. I request Ms. Preeti Singhi to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Shantanu Tire. I request Preeti Singhi.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of IPNet Central, it's my privilege to introduce Mr. Shantanu T. Ray. Mr. Ray is an advocate registered with Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa and Bar Council of India. He is an insolvency professional registered with IBBI since 2017 and has an experience of 8 years in the insolvency professional, during which he has handled 17 cases under the IBC as an IRP, RP, liquidator across centers, including the steel, power, technical, textile, software services, textile trading, and gems and jewelry. Presently, sir is handling the liquidation assignments of various high-profile companies, which includes Firestar International Limited, Firestar Diamond International Private Limited, and Nirav Modi Group, Gitanjali Gems Limited, Nakshatra Brands Limited, Nakshatra Worldwide Limited, Mehul Choksi's Group as the liquidator. He is designated partner in AAA Insolvency Professional LLP and a director in AAA Capital Services Private Limited. Prior to starting insolvency practice, Sir was having a rich experience of 25 years in a mid to senior management position in the reputed organization such as Kotak Securities, SBI Mutual Fund, Birla Sun Life, Edelweiss, IFCI Financial Services Private Limited, where he handled the responsibilities in business development, administration, and legal operation in the financial service sector. Sir, we are delighted to welcome you on behalf of IPNet Central. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam, for your warm introduction. Thank you, IPNet, for this giving me this opportunity. The mandate today is to discuss about the practical challenges that we face in the profession and how we should handle it. I will share my experience, though I have prepared a small presentation. I'm not going to give the presentation. It's just pointers to whatever we face in everyday handling of insolvency cases, right? Now, as the saying, Dr. Shahu used to say that IP, the insolvency professional, is the fulcrum of the insolvency resolution process. So what is the fulcrum? Fulcrum means probably in Hindi equivalent, it will be the Kendra Bindu, So on which full situation turns. Now, if you broadly see, we have challenges at every stage of our work as insolvency professionals. If you look at CIRP process, the very first 30 days is really hectic, lot of challenges. You need to, first collate the claims, which is kind of relatively easier part. But you have to take control and custody of the company's assets and records. Very challenging, because by and large, the promoters, everybody would agree that promoters don't really cooperate. They don't really have a reason to cooperate with you. So you will have to still manage to get their cooperation. Sometimes through what you call soft skills, sometimes, taking help of NCLT. Then, of course, within that 14 days, you have to collate the claims, then you have to form your COC, hold the first meeting of your COC. Now, one of the first cases that I handled in a steel and power sector, where the company was defunct. It was registered in Chennai. The plant was in an Naxal-infested area in Jharkhand. And the challenges I faced in that was very peculiar. The promoter, actually, before the case got admitted, the promoter actually found out my residential address. And he came down from Chennai to talk to me. Okay. And obviously, I need not say what kind of discussion that was. So I politely told him, sir, whatever within the law I can do, I will do. I'm not your enemy. But at the same time, please don't expect anything extra from me. Okay. So he decided not to cooperate at all. In this case, the factory was in Jharkhand. And factory was already only thing that was there. The company was not running. And there was a lot of unrest in that area, as we could understand. So, as one thing positive being part of AAA is that we also have a large surfacey operation. So, we have teams everywhere. So, in the first instance, I sent the local team there to inspect. They were gherowed by gunmen. Okay, who were workers. Some people were gunmen, they were gherowed. So, I did not go in the first instance. So then we told them, okay, you leave it as it is, just make an entry in the police station that you have come. After that, it took me a good 8 to 9 months to get possession of that, more than 9 months, to get possession of that factory through the police mechanism, because the promoter was not really cooperating at all. The promoter also said in the NCLT that all the records were washed away during the Chennai flood, so he doesn't have any record. Yet we managed to, through the bank statement, file the PUFE application, and successfully we got a resolution. The company is resolved, it is running, it's really doing well now. And that's a happy story. At the end of it, though promoter lost out his company, definitely, but there was no personal enmity with him. It's not that he threatened my life or anything of that sort. There was no personal enmity with him, but we had to show him that we can do the work when we want to, right? That is one part. Then there was this running company which I was handling. In that also, by God's grace and a lot of effort, a resolution plan came, 250 people, jobs were saved, and the company is doing well. Now, here what happened, this was in a software service, this thing. So they have no assets. They were only deploying cameras in various banks and gold loan companies, and they were having a remote center through which they were managing all this. So there were actually no assets. The liquidation value was hardly 2 or 3 crores, because getting all the, even if you were to go into liquidation, getting the assets from everywhere to sell would be more costly. So here, what happened is, the promoters were nice, very sweet. They were upar se cooperating. But one thing I realized in all my cases, Indian businesses are family run, promoter driven, and the employees who have survived in the down run are basically the employees who are loyal to the promoter. And they will only give you that information which the promoter actually tells them, ye de do. So it becomes a little bit of a challenge. So there what we did, we humored the employees, we kept them on the rolls, and one thing we assured them that your monthly payments will be made subject to the fact that we see so much sundry debtors in your books. You collect the money. You collect the money, I will take my fee and will pay your salary on the same day. That worked. And we kept the company running without having to raise any money from the COC. It kept on running, and we finally got a very good resolution plan for that, and the company has been taken over, and not by the same promoter or a different party. They are independently managing the company, and the company is now growing. So these are the two good things, my experiences in CIRP. The major challenge, of course, is getting data. Major challenge is getting data. Data from the promoters, the employees. The cooperation is mostly limited. In a running company, the situation is a little better because you at least have some live accounts which you can go through. But in a company which is already closed, and 3 or 4 of my cases was that way, they were already closed for years together, there it becomes very difficult, very challenging. Preparing the information memorandum is again a big task. Now, progressively, IBBI has also mandated that there are so many things that you need to put in the information memorandum. So besides just the previously available accounting data, you need to also get data from other sources. So it's a challenge. I'm sure everybody is facing the same challenge. And then even managing the COC at times become very challenging, because in most cases, I have seen many a times the COCs have members have conflicting interest among themselves, particularly if a particular member has some exclusive charge on one particular asset of the company and the others are having pari passu charges in other assets. It becomes a little tricky how to get through a resolution plan where everybody sees eye to eye and everybody gets their minimum liquidation value and things like that. How to take care of operational creditors, because in many cases of mine, total operational creditors were more than 10% of the claims. So one of their representative had to be there in the COC, though they were non-voting, but they at least had the voice. Also, promoters are allowed to attend the COC meetings. So whenever promoters were attending, they would in some way create some issues, try to divert the thing. There was one case in Indore which really took a lot of time for me to handle. The promoters were very tricky. Till date, I'm handling the liquidation. Everything is sold, successfully done, but we are pursuing the PUFE application. So these are the challenges that we face. So these are my way. So my soft skill is this, that I try to make it clear to everyone, including the COC, including the promoters, that I am not your, I am neither for you nor against you. I am only, this is one mandate for me. This is my job. And within this, I will do whatever is within the law. And I stick to that. So far, I have managed about 5 resolutions have done. Many liquidations I am handling presently. So, these are this thing. Now, if you go to liquidation process. Now, liquidation process, as I was introduced that I'm handling, actually I've handled a lot of liquidation processes, and particularly these Gitanjali Gems, Mehuj, and the Nirav Modi companies, Firestar. I would like to share my experiences in these. These are complex cases, frankly, and firstly, all the assets are attached by Enforcement Directorate and under PMLA, as you know. So also these companies, the holding companies, they are having worldwide multiple subsidiary companies, which are 100% subsidiary companies. And each of them, it's a very challenge because there's a lot of circular trading between all these companies. That's how the fraud happened. Now, and assets are not only lying in India, some of the assets of the Indian companies are apparently also lying abroad. So we'll have to figure out what to do there. Now, what happens? There are 2-3 things in liquidation. Firstly, you need to take again control and custody of the assets of the corporate debtor. Now, in these kind of cases, my experience is when the ED attachment is there, ED will obviously not go by what you say. They actually do not much care about IBC as such. They go by their PMLA Act. So the best, most practical way is to approach the PMLA special court by keeping ED informed under section 8.8 of the PMLA, and along with the bankers who actually have the security interest, jointly approach, try and get an order from the PMLA court. Usually if ED does not object, like in Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi cases, they did not object. They said, okay, the assets can be released. However, an undertaking needs to be given by all the lenders as to that in the event the final outcome goes against the lenders and all the assets are supposed to vest in the government, everyone undertakes to return back whatever they have got in the distribution. So which the lenders have agreed, everybody has signed this undertaking, and we have started getting assets. Now, when you get liquidation, again, there is one big challenge. In liquidation, you need to adjudicate the claim. So one of the biggest problems that arises when you adjudicate the claim, you actually have to deeply go into the papers and see whether the claim is actually correct. Many a times you find that the claim is not correct, in which case you have to partially reject the claim and give the reason in your claim admission rejection certificate as to why are you rejecting it. That lands up invariably in NCLT as an appeal. Okay, and then that goes on. Also in stakeholder consultation committee, which of course will now change in the new bill, you have various stakeholders. You have government agencies, you have workmen, of course. So all sets of people are there and they all have a voting right as on today. So challenge is getting 66% voting in any decision, where you need their advice. So getting that voting is a little bit of a big challenge, particularly in Gitanjali type cases. The income tax department, the state tax department, they are having very large claims. So the voting percentage has actually gone up. And without their voting, whatever we put on for the agenda, we have to literally go and tell them, sir, ये है, ऐसा है, vote कर दो. नहीं vote करोगे तो वो pass नहीं होगा. So this is one challenge in this kind of cases. Second challenge is the taking over of assets. Now, in many assets, of course, fixed assets, there is a particular protocol. You take over the asset, you put your security wherever is required, you get them valued, you get them auctioned. In this type of companies, which are jewelry companies, you have a large quantity of gems and jewelry. Gems and jewelry, gold, silver, alloys. Frankly, even the dust in their companies, even in the dust in their factories, is valuable. Because in that dust, there are gold particles. So now ED, when we started taking over from ED, what we saw, and this is all out of experience. So I got one factory in a particular place in Bombay. And we did the valuation. There were people who were approaching me saying कि उसका carpet बेच दो मेरे को. Please sell me the carpet. I said, why do you want the carpet? It will go with the, the guy who buys the factory. No, carpet को आप अलग से बेच दीजिए. So, मतलब क्यों भाई? And then they started trying to influence me. And I said, क्या है इसमें? सोना है क्या? बोला हाँ सर सोना होता है. So then I realized, okay. Then we actually sold the carpet. And we got more than 10 lakh rupees for it. I do not know उसको कितना सोना मिला, but उस कारपेट का एक 10 लाख के ऊपर वैल्यू हमको मिल गया. Same way, in Nirav Modi's case, there were beautiful design books. Handwritten design, hand-drawn designs. And the valuer couldn't value it. They said, boss, it's a paper. What valuation I can give you? So we tried this thing. Again, one particular person who is a jewelry designer was after me. मेरे को भेज दो, I will give you 2 lakh rupees. Okay. So I said, भाई ऐसे तो मैं नहीं बेच सकता. मुझे तो I will have to auction them. Ultimately, we put them on auction. And we got about 7.5 lakh rupees for about 150 books. Okay. Beautifully designed, and obviously, I think there was some merit. So somebody paid that much money and they paid it. They took it. Now coming to the jewelry part. How do you know the diamonds are real? When you are taking over from ED or any such enforcement agency, how do you know? They will give you a valuation report. They will give you a sheet, right? How do you know this is real? What they're giving you. So when we take over, the process that I devised is that I have actually tied up with a laboratory, and that laboratory I take them along with me, and they are technicians. We actually write that we have got yellow metal, white metal, pink metal. Similarly, in case of stones like diamonds and color stones, we write white transparent stone, red stone, blue stone, pink stone, as the case may be. But we tally the weight. What is the weight of the total inventory and what is the number of the total inventory? We tally that. And then we take it. We do not assign any value at the time of takeover. Then we get all of them tested, certified for purity. Diamond has various classifications. So these are classified accordingly. Each item gets a certification. And the photograph of that item is there. Based on that, then we ask the valuers to value. So this also eliminates a subjectivity to a great extent, because let's say particularly diamonds, gold and metals, they will have a price. They are exchange maybe price mil jata hai aapko. But diamonds and stones are very subjective in nature. So there is no fixed price or something like that. Gold jaisa price nahi hai diamond mein. So diamond depends on various factors. So now if I call two valuers without any certification of a material, both valuers may have fundamentally different view about the item. And then the valuation may vary quite significantly. This is what I had heard in some other cases, which was done before I did. So I get everything certified, call the valuers, tell them, make them sit, and each item they will see. They will look at the certificate. If they feel the certificate is wrong, they will tell me this certificate is wrong. I will get it recertified. Otherwise, they will give the price. And based on that value, then we, auction. So far, the auctions, this is the way, this is a safe way. Everything is recorded in camera. Every time the inventory is taken out, till the time the inventory is put back, the cameras are on. We also, what happens, there are large quantities of small stones also, which are very, very small size, the type you see on bangles and all that. Now, those are having various shapes, various sizes, various clarity, various, color. Now, those have to be assorted. So we get assortment done so that you get packets of same thing. So your value is more accurate. And that's how we have been able to do this, these jewelry cases. Besides the PMLA attachment, what we also find in real estate matters that there are several other attachments. Like in one case, there is a particular, all income tax has attached all the properties also. Now there is a battle going on with income tax that you don't really have a priority. Why don't you lift your attachment? But they said, no, we have attached it rainbow papers. So now that is going on. So all these things are really challenging. And at all points of time, you really cannot antagonize any person, any of the authorities particularly. Municipality people, obviously they have their dues. And most of the cases I have seen that whenever we have sold a property in liquidation, though we save fee of past encumbrances, the housing society, the municipality, and the electricity department definitely creates a problem. Definitely creates a problem, which ultimately lands up in the NCLT. Now, will you wash off your hand as a liquidator? You can't. Otherwise, nobody will come and buy from you. So I have to advise them that you file against that authority, make me the second respondent, and I will then stand by you and argue out the case through my lawyers, and we'll get you a favorable order from NCLT at least. This we have done case after case. Only after getting NCLT order does the property get transferred. Sometimes not, even not. It goes into High Court. Some of the authorities challenge the matter in High Court. This is what has been killing the IBC mechanism. Everybody, I'm sure, experienced that there are a lot of litigations. That is taking a huge amount of time. So with this, see, I just broadly told you what I do. If anyone has any question, please feel free to ask me. I actually am not much of a presenter. I am quite comfortable giving you question and answer. You ask me a question and I will give you an answer. So anyone, of course, out of my experience, many of you would be much more experienced than me. So from my experience, whatever I can answer, I will answer. I leave it to you. Please, the floor is open for whatever time I have left. Anyone wants to ask anything?
May I, sir, at any point of time in your CIRP process or liquidation, have you ever felt like I am just stuck from everywhere and now there is no escape route? Any such incidents?
See, Tina ji, this is everyday work, no? So you are under pressure. Like, लिख दिया ना, you're the fulcrum. So you're the fulcrum. So everywhere you are under pressure. Now it depends on what you want to take. आप प्रेशर लेंगी तो प्रेशर और देंगे, आप प्रेशर नहीं लोगे तो प्रेशर देंगे नहीं. मैं हंस के ज्यादातर उड़ा देता हूं, बट काम मेरा उतना ही करता हूं कि जितना मेरे कोड में है, right? So even this Indore matter, which sometime, if you remember, we had discussed, where I was handling this. Now there was a lot of pressure, and those people are very politically connected also in Madhya Pradesh. But could they influence me in any way? No, they couldn't. Till date, they have not been let off the hook. In all my cases, wherever I have filed a PUFE, वो निकल नहीं पा रहे, except only those cases where I have filed a PUFE, resolution happened, it went to the lenders to pursue the PUFE, and most of them got dismissed for want of prosecution. That is the sad part. आप मेहनत करके लगाते हो, but liquidation में आज तक मैंने assets बेच दिए. I have sold assets, I have distributed the money, but the PUFE is something which I am still pursuing years together. And best part is the bankers don't want to assign it. They don't want to take the assignment. And so far, you can't even dissolve the company without doing anything about the PUFE. Even the new proposed amendments, what are they saying? They're saying that the COC has to decide. What happens if they don't decide anything?
Sir, what happened? I have my practical experiences. They are just passing the resolution and damage the RP, and the PUFE application is being thereafter, whatever either COC or applicant will follow up the PUFE application. But at the moment when the PUFE application is given to the COC or applicant or someone else, nobody is bothering about it. I don't find any solution to it.
That is true, madam. That is absolutely true. So wherever in my cases also, the 3 or 4 cases where I had filed the PUFE applications and ultimately the resolution plan was approved. And in the resolution plan, it was written that the COC will pursue the PUFE application. Okay. And these are all bankers, ARCs and all that. What I saw that they did not pursue it ultimately. Rather, IBBI keeps on regularly following up on what happened. So I have to tell them the same thing, ki boss, it's being pursued by the COC. But all of these cases got dismissed for want of prosecution. But there was merit in all of the cases. There was
Yes, sir,
merit
so
in all
true.
of the cases. So now in the liquidation, what happens is as a liquidator, you're stuck. You're stuck. It's part of your duty to follow. Now you have sold all the assets, you have distributed all the money, and you have to still pursue the PUFE application. Time to time, you may ask the lenders, please take assignments. You give NRRA advertisements. I have given. Proposals come, but in PUFE applications, at least my experience, if somebody else has a better experience, please guide me also. PUFE application, whoever wants to take an assignment also, they are not willing to put much money upfront. Okay. So now, when they're not willing to put much money upfront, the COCs are not passing it. Saying that they are not giving anything upfront, how we can pass? And when we say then, bhai, please you take it over, that also they are not doing. In one case, one lender said we hired a liquidator and not a property seller. They told me that. And best part is in one case, whatever little funds I had kept to fight the case and pay the lawyer's fee. Obviously, as liquidator, I don't have a fee. So during the till the PUFE fructifies. So now the money was getting over. So I told them, money to khatam ho raha hai, main kya karu? The council will not appear without getting money. He is like Kishore Kumar. जब तक उसका पैसा नहीं जाएगा वो स्टेज में नहीं चढ़ेगा, है ना? तो अभी क्या करूं? I thought they will say, चलो you know 5 साल के ऊपर हो गए. 2 benches have changed. 2 times it was reserved for order and the one of the members retired and it got reopened. And very clear case, okay? During CIRP start, from the date the order was reserved to the order pronouncement date, one simple thing, 6.5 crores were taken up from the corporate debtors account and put into another account on the same bank, controlled by the promoter. Very clear. Every evidence is given. इतना तो आना ही चाहिए. इतना clear case है. 5 साल तक they have dragged in on, more than 5 years. It's going on. And best part is the COC contributed money. They actually gave me another 10 lakh rupees.
Wow, sir. Appreciable. COC.
Yes, sir, I have one case, sir. Sir, मेरे पास एक बड़ा अच्छा case है. After initiation of CIRP, CD has withdrawn more than ₹1 crore from the account of the corporate debtor. Directors have withdrawn. This is simple, very simple case. Everything is on paper, but till now, the 5 years have gone filing of this IA. I have not got anything out of it. Resolution plan plus. I am damaging. I have nothing to do on my head. But still, this is clear money that can go to the bank, but still it is lying as it is. Can't help it, sir.
So this is the thing. So PUFE is a pain point. I actually see what happened when IBC started. No, I am from 2017, so one of the earlier IPs you can say. So the mandate was like, okay, we will help restructure the company. Okay, so I also have some investment banking background and things like that. So I thought, chalo, theek hai, we will help restructure the company. Then came your 29A. Now, the moment 29A came in, there is no incentive for the promoter to cooperate with you at all. Right? You are going to take away his company. You are going to prosecute him only, right? तो क्यों आपसे cooperate करेगा? And they manage. They are more resourceful. Let's face it, yeah. They have more resource. Agar they get the best of lawyers, and they have been able to manage. Anything regarding any other particular aspect? See, I have in all the 17 cases. I'm happy to say that I have been able to take control and custody. Learning experience. One of the very bad learning experience I had in one case, where it was one of my first cases again. This is a mistake I did. Now I had kept all the records in the corporate data's place only. Okay. And one fine day, when the promoter realizes that ये मेरे हाथ से चला जाएगा, I had kept two security guards, normal security guard. They stole all the records. One fine day, they barged into the place with 7-8 people. They took away everything. Before that, when I went to the police, they said, "Aap court se order leke aao." When I got the order from the court, by the time I got the order from the NCLT, वो तो लेके चला गया था. क्या ही implement होता? ठीक है, I had followed up. Now there is a CBI case against that promoter. The promoter gave a statement to CBI that all the documents and everything is in the custody of the RP and liquidator. I have no custody. आप उनको पूछिए. So I get a summon from the CBI. So obviously you get a summon, you have to go. So I went. They said like this, initially I said, why are you asking me? I am only a court appointed officer. What is my role in it? You are investigating for old, no, you have to come. So when they send you a notice second time, it is better you go, otherwise they'll pick you up. So I went along with one of my lawyers. Thankfully, they allowed my lawyer to be there. Because I said, see, देखो, इसको सब मालूम है what statement you want. Then we actually could give them all these things. And they said, नहीं, अच्छा है आप आए, because we also knew कि this fellow was bluffing. And I gave them evidence कि सारा देखो इनके पास is the same case where it is going on. And I seem to be off the hook. That made me realize one thing. कि अभी जब भी कोई भी केस में जाता हूं, मैं सबसे पहले रिकॉर्ड्स को हटा देता हूं. I take the records in my custody. Also in this Indore case, which Tina ji is quite aware of, thankfully, the entire record I put it into a record keeping company for entire record, whatever I got. I just simply picked up all the files, got them scanned, got them put into this thing. It cost me 40 lakh rupees. But I did it because there were CBI cases going on. Now the CBI comes, I tell them, sir, इधर रखा है, आप जाइए, आपको जो फाइल चाहिए आप सीजर कर लीजिए, मेरे को सीजर मेमो दे देना कि ये फाइल अभी आपके कस्टडी में गई है. So this is something I think other RPs must be also doing it. But this is my experience. Pressure तो है. You got to be pretty sweet with everyone. You can't be rude. You can't take, though you are actually not doing their job, you are not obliging them, but you should keep them in kind of humor, because नहीं तो फिर आपके लिए impossible हो जाएगा. Whether it is COC, whether it is promoters, even workmen. In one place I was घेराउट by the workmen कि हमारा पैसे का क्या होगा. So there I told them कि बस आपका current पैसा तो मैं दूंगा, आप काम करो. But whoever was their manager, no, so I convinced him कि बोला आप थोड़ा काम करो, ऑपरेशन चलाओ, थोड़ा पैसा लाते हैं, आप भी पैसा लो. But one thing I tell, wherever this workman issue is there, I give them an assurance, I will not take my fee before I pay you your salary. This has been my principle. And when they see that कि same day पे लेता है और थोड़ा कम पड़ा तो उसका देता है, इसका बाद में लेता है, खुद का बाद में लेता है, so then they have cooperated. I have always received cooperation from the workmen. workmen and the floor level guys. तो ये थोड़ा आप अपना sincerity दिखाएंगे तो they are also ultimately they are in it for their own families ना, क्या करना है. Even in liquidation, workmen claim now in a couple of many cases. Now this is the thing I also want to ask other members. Now supposing we say the salary 2 years from the date of commencement of liquidation in a case where already 2-3 years have passed from the time the company itself went into CIRP. But there were workmen who have worked for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years before that. Salary to theek hai, but what about the gratuity? Do you all admit gratuity? What is your view? Anyone can guide me. Because I take a stand that I will admit the gratuity. If he is able to prove that he has had continuous this thing, I admit the gratuity. And whenever I am able to sell the thing, I pay the gratuity. So any divergent view, yesterday someone was telling something else in another webinar, which I was this thing. So I would welcome your guidance. Let us make it interactive, sir.
Sir, for gratuity, in one of my, I was counsel in that matter. Gratuity payment is being ordered by the court also. The RP has accepted for the payment of the gratuity, but interest on gratuity was not provided, not given. Gratuity was given, and the court, there was a IA was being in the NCLT, and RP thereafter analyzing the same and accepted and paid the gratuity as well.
Okay, then I am in the right track. I am
No,
also being the
in my case, I'm a liquidator for a power plant in Andhra Pradesh.
yes, sir.
I do not have records of continuous service. I'm not able to calculate the gratuity. We are willing to pay, but promoter has gone for one-time settlement somewhere in 2016 on salaries. He just produced one letter in full and final settlement. I paid you. So today we do not know whether that particular payment includes gratuity or excludes gratuity. Okay, as a senior citizen and in the welfare of the employees, if I want to pay the gratuity, I do not have the calculation. I do not know how to do it.
So what I have done in this liquidation matters that I am handling. So I asked them for their appointment letter, okay, for their bank statements over the years, for their salary slips. Many of them had, many of them didn't. Most of the salary slips, there were dates of joining written. Okay. And bank statement is a must. Whether you have got your salary in the bank. We painfully analyzed it. If we had got more than 5 years continuously from one company, the salary, then we took those only people for the gratuity. There were one case, a very peculiar case, in one of the Mehul Choksi companies only. One gentleman had worked with them for more than 20 years. Okay. Now, within that 20 years, he was circulated between different companies of the group. Now, he was saying, मेरे को तो 20 साल का gratuity मिलना चाहिए. He is right from his point of view. But in the particular company where I am the liquidator, he has worked for only 7 years. So I could only take 7 years. He said, ये तो गलत है. I said, I know, Baba, it's गलत है. But ये तो आपका कंपनी के प्रोमोटर लोगों ने नहीं, वो तो मेरे दूर के रिलेटिव आते हैं. And the poor fellow was made a director in the company also. And he actually faced a lot of inquiry from SFIO and things like that. वो बेचारे को ये भी करना पड़ा. So I think my time is over. So Tina ji, over to you. And I am around. अगर कुछ पूछना है आगे भी, I am there, sir. I am also listening to all of your experiences. So
Yes, sir.
please feel free.
Yes, anybody else has queries, sir? This session is very interesting and interactive as well. My very big thanks to our speaker, Mr. Shantanu Tire, and for sharing his good experience and knowledge and practically how to handle the pressures and all. In the subject matter, he is really expert of it, and we must appreciate. Now I just request Ms. Preeti Singh to introduce our next welcome, Tina Saraswat Pandey. Please, Preeti ji, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm very delighted to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Tina Saraswat Pandey, a chartered accountant with 21 years of experience and an active insolvency professional since 2017. She holds multiple qualifications, including DISA, JIIB, CAIIB, Triple CAB, and is a qualified independent director. She was one of the first female IP of the Central India registered with Triple IP ICAI, a leading professional in Indore, Madhya Pradesh. She has handled early CIRP, personal insolvency, and liquidation cases and appeared as a PCA in NCLT. Major cases including managing a four-star hotel, Bhopal largest shopping mall, turning around an insolvent packaging unit. She is also a noted speaker, having trained professional in Mumbai, Bangalore, and Indore. I welcome Tina ma'am. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am. Thank you so much. Good evening all. Today's our topic is thriving under pressure. So one line is there, he who conquers, who endures. He conquers, who endures. Means ultimate victory comes from persistent strength, patience, and refusal to give up, even when facing hardship or suffering. So, my dear friends, I was a complete different person in 2017 when I came into this profession. And this profession has changed me into a different person with good qualities, I must say. Patience, endurance, and listening, be a good listener. So, all these qualities have developed over a period of time. Now it's almost 8 years, and after handling so many assignments, so many COC, from one COC member to 18, 19 COC members, they all have taught me a lot. So let me begin with the challenges which I faced. When I got my first assignment, I was so thrilled and excited, and I've seen the pictures on Google. This company is under me, and I will be managing it. Then, my dear friends, when I went to that company, it was a closed unit. I was wearing my sandals. From next time, I decided to wear my shoes. And one of the company was around spread in 10 to 14 acres. And there were skins of snakes also somewhere here and there. And the guards were asking me to be alert. So it is not a rose garden where you have to walk. CIP is a different thing, requires different skills, different management. And pressure is not only from promoters, etc., but there are also various other pressures. So let me start with the custody control of assets from management and from RP, how we do and what things come to us. So, dear friends, as I said, when I visited, it was completely different from the pictures which I saw on Google. So, so nowadays I wear my sports shoes and go to the units and visit them properly. So when I visited the unit, there were so many scattered items were there from, because it was some manufacturing unit which was having small gears, pinions, and many things. So after seeing that, the thing came to my mind, how we will take the inventory. It took around 17 days for all of us to prepare the inventory list and everything. And in my case, what I personally feel, you will be under pressure when you don't monitor, supervise, and when you are out of control of things. So I keep the things within my control. And how? It depends on person to person. Maybe some other IP may be doing it in a different way. For me, to keep things within my control is totally supervision. I supervise everything. And when I feel I should be present to have a relaxed mindset, I am there. So wherever there is a control custody issue, I'm always there, my friends. It is in my nature. Maybe other RPs may be relaxed and they can allot or assign, but I can never delegate this. because I want to see which company is coming under my possession, what is the state of the company when I am taking. I don't want to see through the eyes of other people. This is in my nature. That keeps me relaxed. Because from the first day, when in 2017, when I started my tenure as an IP, from too much of excitement to seeing that closed unit, lot of beds moving around and many things, closed, no electricity, I realized the fact that when I visited, I could understand the actual situation, what things are kept there. And you will believe, my friends, nobody can do the task better unless and until you personally supervise and take it seriously. You can't expect people to be serious about the task unless and until you are serious about your own task. Maybe it is a 5 crores company or maybe it is 25 crores company. So I visited with my team. I personally supervised, tagged everything, videography, camera, everything. And then too, one thing happened, rain came away and everything washed. So that day I realized we should put the stickers with something, with plastic covers or something, so that it doesn't get washed away, because the effort goes wasted. But at the same time, the smart thing which we did now, we took the pictures of the counting and everything. This shade has this many items, because there were small items. This shade has this many items, so we could reprint and repaste it. So this thing I realized, and first thing I realized, paste the order on the front gate of the factory premise and inside also, for all the employees and everyone. And even for the income tax department, for any department, because they keep on visiting such premises. So we should keep it pasted there if the premise is closed. And like sir said, now we were also get out by the workers. Some 17 to 18 workers, when we visited to take over control and custody, they all surrounded us and they were just asking for money. Our salary, our salary. So initially, though in the initial phase of our being an RP, I used to get very much worried. But with the passage of time, I developed the skill. Let us be patient. They are worried about their money. Deal with them with utmost humanity. Be respectful. Then at that time, I from the first day never ran away from any of the questions of any person. If they visited, they are surrounding me, don't get angry. Tell them, we will take care of your things. Give it to me in writing through any of your union head or someone. We will take care. It is my first day. On first day, I can't be expected to know everything is pending against you. What is pending? What is outstanding? I am also a human being. Let me understand. We will take care of you legally. For court, everyone is same. Not only this, we received suicidal threats also, and people used to record my calls also. Employees and everyone. I don't know Mr. Ray faced that situation or not, but I could hear many of the creditors saying that my recordings are being shown to them and all this. But my dear friends, what kept me relaxed? Whatever word I spoke, I spoke very correctly, very legally. When they called me, Madam, what about our dues? We are going to file FIR, we are going to police station. I said, wherever you want to go, you go. But for court, everyone is equal. Unless and until you provide me data for verification or anything, I am not able to do anything. So I will not favor anything and I am not against anything. Then those recording they took to creditors. See, madam is not verifying them. What creditors said, she is telling correct now. You provide the data, she will do the needful. So nothing can go against you. First, most important thing, never lose your temper. Never ever. Because once we lose our temper, we speak something which goes against us only, not against the other person. Because when you lose the temper, you're not only your BP and temperature raises, but the other person also gets benefited with the kind of words you will speak in losing temper. So the first quality that I gained during this profession, always be calm, polite, speak slowly, never lose a temper. Because they are not against you, they are not against RP, they are just fighting for their rights. So this is the first thing which I gained during the CIRP. and taking custody control. As sir said, we have taken custody control of not only closed unit, but also running malls, hotels. Now, when I went to the hotel, it was a 4-star hotel. How to take control custody of that? Should we take the inventory of small, so many items placed there or what? And there was bar also. So what we decided, we took a team with us with a technical expert. I don't consider myself to be expert of everything, but nowadays I have developed a quality to be a good manager, to get work done by others and properly supervise them and push them to do it and complete it. So I took a team with me. But I understood the procedure because I am CA also and I'm an ex-banker also. What we have been taught in our CA ship, how to audit. If you don't know things, how the things flow, if you don't know the procedure, understand from the other person and then do the audit. So I asked bar people how you manage all these things. They are small things from big, everything is there, items are there, how you count them, how you keep the check on inventory. Then I understood from them. Then I asked my technical person to go visit there, count it. And the one important thing that I realized, don't kick off the existing people. Use the same people, same management to do work for you because they are the one who know everything. Once you make them responsible in writing, they will never go against you.
Yes,
The
that is
person-
correct, Teenaji. That is
Yeah, correct,
exactly
ma'am.
what is to be done. That is exactly what is to be done.
Yes, sir. The person who was the closest to the owner, I asked him, I gave him the responsibility in writing. Ki, sir, this is your responsibility to check this item and give me reporting with your signatures. Ki, these are the items and this is left. Then he said ki he will be under pressure and owner will pressurize him. I said him, you see, I will never take your name and I am not against you. You just tell me, I will manage it. Because I have made owner also to sign on that sheet. Now, how he can sign and then he can deviate from that sheet, he is also responsible. Because from first day, it was in my mind. Duties are not suspended, only rights are suspended. So I always request them, you, sir, please assist me, cooperate with me in running this. Because you still have a duty towards your company. So this is the thing we inculcated, sign of the suspended management, because financial creditors and COC asked me, why you are making him sit there? Kick them off. I go, no. If they are outside, they will trouble us. I will keep them engaged. I will assign them lots of work. They will sign, they will be responsible. And sir, everyone will agree to the fact, person who has put a hard-earned money in the company, built a 80 crores company, 100 crores company, if you will ask him to sit outside, how much pain he will feel. So it is understanding, having empathy, sympathy towards the other person, but at the same time not legally compromising with your task and duties. We understand now, we should understand the psychology of the person. If by sitting on a particular seat, if he feels he is responsible towards the company, he is dutiful towards the company, his powers are still intact, although he has given us everything from checkbook to the possession. Why not make him sit and be happy, at peace in his mind? Outer respect in front of others can be maintained. वो वहां बैठते हैं और उनको वहां से हम हटाते हैं तो उनके एम्प्लॉयज की आईज में ऑल्सो दे कम समवेयर डाउन सो आई रिस्पेक्टेड
ये आप बहुत सही बात बोल रहे हो मैडम, जस्ट बटिंग इन। ये एक्चुअली ना मैंने ये देखा है कि कभी भी आप जाके उसके प्रोमोटर के चेयर पे तो बैठो ही मत। यू नो, लेट हिम sit in his chair, you sit opposite, take some other cabin, right? Never dislodge him from his cabin.
Yes, true.
And
Yes, sir.
even when you are having a conference with his employees, you make him sit at the head of the table. You sit beside him.
Yes,
उसका चेयर पे बिल्कुल नहीं बैठना चाहिए, क्योंकि
बिल्कुल
उसका
सर
चेयर उसके चेयर पे बैठ गए तो उसको लगेगा मेरी तो सारी इज्जत चली गई।
सर
वेरी
रिवेंजफुल भी होता है, सर रिवेंजफुल भी होता है फिर।
Sir,
हाँ,
मतलब they have offered me the chair to sit, but at the same time I said, no, sir, it is your chair. I am just a supervisor of the process, and I
बिल्कुल.
am this for the process and for the benefit of the process. The chair is all yours. If your MSME purchase it, the company and take it, whatever they want to do. But I never sat on their chair. Neither I tried to hold the command in front. I always suggested the workers because I have run a hotel, a mall also. So I always told him, any worker also, don't say anything negative against your boss in front of him. Tell me if you have some complaint or something wrong is going on. I will deal otherwise. So that a kind of respect is maintained between both the people and the unit is run successfully. Because that is the only thing that will run the unit, harmony and unity. Even the person, the owner has so many complaints, madam, this is wrong, this is incorrect. When I go, no issues, you as an RP, what I will suggest, you be a good listener. Listen to both the sides. Don't pass a judgment without listening, and you should never pass a judgment because we are not aware of what is happening. So, when promoters come up with some issues, we hear to them, we give them due respect. Acha sir, aisa hai, I will take care of it. But I will never say immediately, instantly calling somebody, acha ye ho raha hai, he's saying this. No. This will spoil the entire unity and work that is going on. Then I listen to the employee also. I listen to both and then I find an amicable solution so that both respect towards each other is also maintained and the problem is also solved. Because instead of making them sit face to face and complain to me, will spoil not only their relationship but the atmosphere of the company, which we have to continue as a going concern. If it is a going concern, even in closed unit also, you should not you should not speak anything bad about the promoters or anyone in front of their own workers because it spoils our own image only, not their image. We are only the process person. We supervise the process and move away. So then, my friends, non-cooperation from the promoters, as I already said, first day I went to NCLT, then it was like, what does non-cooperation means? They speak so many things about against the RP, you know. We become so angry. So many allegations. We are not defaulters. We are only the process supervisors. Why so many allegations? In the initial days, I used to become very furious. Oh, how he said this, how he wrote this, I never gave this. Sometimes they write ki RP has said this, RP has given this, RP has done this. So, my dear friends, truth prevails. You be honest to your work. If you have not done anything wrong, let them speak whatever they want to speak. For the decorum of the chair and for your good self, maintain your peaceful face in front of the NCLT also. Don't get furious because we are expected to be very peaceful people. We are not expected to get agitated or angry. I know many of you will feel ki why we can't control our anger if they allege us. See, our internal heart should know what we are. Maybe it will sound very philosophical to you, but I nowadays never get angry. Never ever. I know. See, it is their right to allege or do anything. It is their right. Whatever they want to do. You also have your right as an RP to reply back. Not by words, but give it in writing, written reply, and go forward. So, for all my fellow colleagues, never take anything personally because initially many people have committed an error, blocked entry of promoters, and did so many things that agitated the promoters who have spent their life in that company. So we should not do that. Then workers, as sir already told, we should have a skill to convince them. And please, my dear friends, have sympathy and empathy for those workers who have spent their life in that company. आप उनके साथ don't misbehave with them, don't get angry or agitated on them. They have spent their life in that company. They are, yes, there must be some outstanding dues against, they must be having. As sir said, maybe 20 years due gratuity or whatever amount is due. It is their right. See, they may be cheated also. So we should have sympathy and empathy with them. You should not be judgmental on what they speak to you. They want justice from you. They see somebody has come to give back their dues. As I went in a company for 4 months, there was no salary. It was a big hotel. Fifth month, first thing I did, distribute salary. Everyone was so happy, so happy. Even today, when I visited, even though the company is out of CRP, I visited the same place, and one of the worker of that place could recognize me because she was working in new hotel now. She came to me and asked me, "Madam, you are the same person now who managed our hotel." So leave good memories, because we have that much of power to make some people happy. So I also took a conference of the worker when I joined, because the hotel industry has a lot of worker, 400, 500 workers were there. So 101, so I can't go and convince everyone. When I joined, I said, your rights will be taken care of. We understand the kind of labor you put in, the efforts you put in. So be assured your salary is our priority. So everyone was so happy, and when they got salary, obviously it was hence proved, so they were double happy. And till date they remember me, so I am also happy. So regarding COC also, I have handled from 1 COC to 8 COC and 17 COC. So what I understood, uh, let us respect each and every COC member. Don't see their voting share and allot respect to them according to the voting share. Once you will respect each and every COC member, there will be peace at COC. As an RP, we are not there only to just speak our words and go away and let them fight, let one person speak against another person. My dear friends, I have stopped promoter to speak against the COC and COC also to speak anything against the promoter. I told them, whatever you have, give me in writing, proof. Why do you speak such things? Prove it. We'll file a petition. Poofe will file. But why do you say he has taken away this, he has taken away that? I only spoke in one line. Give me the proof, we'll file the petition, sir. Why to indulge in a bad argument here? Why to have such kind of argument and drift here? What result we will get? So these things are the work of RP. As an RP, now you should stop. You should know where to stop. Don't get scared of. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Tina ji, you rightly said that RP is a process advisor. Yes, very true. But there is also another fact that yes, we have to actually seek the cooperation of the suspended directors and the workmen or the employees which are there. So that is also a fact. We need that to run the process. But another fact is that as the process moves forward, so the suspended director and the other people in the management, they come to know that company is going out of their hands, specifically the suspended directors. So then they try to interfere in the process in one way or the other through litigations and everything. So on the very first day, they do not know. Some of the people also do not know how this will move forward. They might think that yes, he might get the company through the maybe through the help of the RP or whatever. But the fact is that company is in the market. This is to be revived. This is to be marketed by the RP. And when the process moves further, when you publish the Form G, and a lot of expression of interest are there, in case the CD is MSME and it is not a willful defaulter, so you always tell them, yes, sir, you can also be one of the bidders for this very company. But yes, the fact is that they are just one of the bidders. So other people will also take over the company, and he will be out of that, and he won't be getting anything out of it. And he is only a shareholder in the company. So that is a fact. So how do you deal with that kind of mindset?
Very true, sir. I had one case. They have filed a petition, lot of allegations against me, and they came to my office, Madam, namaste. Then I said namaste, and I didn't take anything again. मतलब जो भी petition में लिखा है, it is their right, sir. They have all the right to allege or do anything to get their company back. Am I correct?
Yes,
Once
sir.
we understand, then I offered them a cup of tea. बैठिए, वैसे तो आपने मेरे खिलाफ बहुत कुछ लिखा है, but I will not take it seriously. It is your right. That is the first thing when we realize now, we will not be bothered about anything. Let them do. They do it. They come, they have cup of tea at our office. They will say, we will follow you, we will assist you. And at the same time, they write 20 pages, 50 pages or 100 pages of petition against you. It is their right. Once you realize now, you will not get affected. So they have written n number of things against me. But I smiled and took it. Then said, मुझे नहीं पता था वो लॉयर ने लिखा. मैंने कहा कोई बात नहीं सर, किसी ने भी लिखा हो. Truth is always there, and I respect your feelings. No issues. Then
Sir,
everything
main,
went away.
sir,
Why
main
should
issue
we
arises when the promoter instigate workers and the third parties.
वो भी हुआ है मैडम, वो भी हुआ है.
And
Suicidal calls आ गए थे. We are committing suicide. Then I have
So,
yes.
एक मेरा केस में सर ऐसा हुआ, when one of my cases, so whatever, see that as I said, कि most of the companies are promoter driven. So ultimately, all the customers and everyone, promoter really has a good this thing, and if without his cooperation, we can't go ahead. So I was very friendly with them, and I let them manage it. And we created a committee where they also had to sign. There were a couple of my people also who had to sign, and finally then I would have. Okay, so that kind of a thing I kept. Now, so it was going very nice, and they started misusing that power. Unfortunately, I had landed up in a hospital for some illness during that time, during the ongoing CIRP. And what I realized that these guys, they started picking up things on credit to run the company ostensibly, okay, without my information. And they were not presenting those this thing to the committee also. So we never know कि ये पीछे से ये कर रहा है. Then when the resolution came, now the promoter said नहीं हम लोग कैसे लेंगे वगैरह वगैरह. तो I said देखो, as long as anyone is 29A compliant, if it is your friend but not connected with you, और वो लेता है, मुझे as such कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. लॉ में क्लियर होना चाहिए, he should not be connected to you, right? So somehow he got some friend, and a very powerful guy, मतलब it's not a small man. Because देखिए बिजनेस करने के लिए थोड़ा कनेक्शन के बिना तो बिजनेस होता नहीं है. So he did that. There, when the resolution plan was going in favor of another person, all of a sudden, he comes and says, boss, this is the CIRP cost. ये देखो इतने सारे बिल्स बाकी हैं. तो बोले हुए कैसे, किसने अप्रूव किए? नहीं, you were in the hospital, this, that. I said, nothing doing. मेरा कमिटी तो चल रहा था, मैं हॉस्पिटल में था, बट हॉस्पिटल में भी तो आके मेरे से साइन लेके जाते थे. आई केप्ट अ टैब. ठीक है, 4 दिन मेरा ऑपरेशन के बाद आईसीयू में था, बट उसके बाद तो मैं ठीक था ना. आई वाज साइनिंग योर पेपर्स, आई वाज लुकिंग एट इट माय. तो ये तो आपने बताया नहीं. तो आई डिसअलाउड दैट एंटायर थिंग. He came under severe pressure. Not only did I disallow, I filed an application against him. So then he said, no, aisa, all that thing. And but having said that, I still kept them in good humor. I didn't abuse them or anything like that. So as Tinaji is saying, we'll have to take it on a stride. One promoter very directly told me, आप ना थोड़ा PUFE में थोड़ा हल्के में जाइए ना, मतलब टाइप, you know. ठीक है, तो ऐसे मैं हल्के में कैसे जाऊं, यू नो. बोले देखिए जो किया है आपने, मुझे अगर दिखेगा, मुझे रिपोर्ट तो करना पड़ेगा. हल्के में या टाइट में मैं कैसे जाऊं, यू नो. अगर क्लियर दिखता है आपने पैसा ये किया, तो मुझे करना पड़ेगा. And they will try all sorts of things. They will try to influence your forensic auditor. They will try to influence your this thing. So at least you must also make sure that you work with only fellow professionals who also have very good integrity, whom you can trust कि ये गड़बड़ नहीं करेगा. So once that kind of a team is built up, then you are relatively safe against any allegation from the promoter. They will not be able to prove it against you. As a matter of fact, in one of the cases, the promoter offered a bribe to the transaction auditor. Okay. And the guy was good enough. उसने phone अपना उल्टा करके रखा था, उसने record किया था. And he actually came and gave me the recording. So I went to NCLT, but then NCLT is not a forum where you can prove all this. It's a summary court. तो इसमें तो कोई वो penal action वैसे तो ले नहीं सकता. So then that didn't go off, and then the creditor, they said नहीं इसको अगर evidence करना है तो आपको पूरा laboratory का वो certification लगेगा. Software का एक होता है कि this is original recording. It's called some technical terminology there. So that was very costly. So lender says no बाबा इतना कौन खर्चा करेगा. Let it be. Resolution आ गया ना, छोड़ दो. तो छोड़ दिया. क्या कर सकते हैं? It's not your personal enemy. He is not personal enemy. But if you are getting something, आपको तो रिपोर्ट करना ही है. ऐसे भाई मैं तो रिपोर्ट कर दूंगा, तुम केस चला लो. That's the approach, man. मतलब so far I have survived because of that. Keeping a मतलब what I would say calm and quiet and friendly demeanor with everyone. झगड़ा करके क्या करना है सब, I am only doing a profession
Yes, yes.
for a fee. Much of it doesn't come. बहुत से टाइम में तो fee आती भी नहीं है. हाँ? तो
Yes.
क्यों झगड़ा करो promoter से? हाँ? Don't sit on their lap, but झगड़ा भी मत करो.
Correct, sir. I will add to your case, sir. What has happened, even to Mr. Sandeep Chatkara also I want to address. See, they will make attempt to misuse, right? But it is you who have to manage it smartly. I always have 3 to 4 people of my team, okay? Not only supervising, taking pics and sending me, right? Once promoter attempted to remove even a small item also, they sent me pic immediately. Gate was under my control. Whatever number of units I run, sir, I keep my personal eye on that. Maybe sounds very difficult. Even in the night at 10 p.m., if I get a message, I will see it. I have inculcated that habit to keep myself relaxed throughout the CRP. I got a message immediately. Madam, ye raat ko 2 baje he is sending somebody to pick this item. I said, lock the gate. And I called the promoter. I am giving you so much of respect. Is it not digestible to you, sir? Why you are doing such things? Then he said, no, madam, I was not doing it, misunderstood and all this. मैंने कहा, okay, sir, that is fine. Please ask your person that the gate is locked. Don't humiliate and insult yourself by sending somebody in the night. And when the locked door will be there, it will be insulting for you. Don't send anyone. Then he didn't send it. Even a wire could not be removed from our company. Sir, you will laugh at it. Even a wire could not be removed from the company. Because a pic was with me, I immediately sent him. Why are you removing this? Then he said, no, I won't remove it. Let it. So once we have a close supervision, our team is tight team. Don't rely on 1 or 2 people. 3, 4 of your people, talk to them politely, make them very comfortable with you. Okay, see, I am running the process. You are the RP's person. You have to assist us. I respect you. You work very hard. So 2, 3 such kind of people I really depute in the company. They are very loyal to me. And at the same time, there is nobody who can expose them that they are my team members. So I understand, and immediately, sir, whenever the plan comes, now I inform and alert my security people and my team members. You be alert now. Now there many things will be happening out of way. So I send a message on all the WhatsApp group. Be alert. anything moving, anything. Now be overcautious. Then they ask, madam, what happened? What happened? No. We have to be preventive. We have to prevent something from happening rather than reacting afterwards. Even some attempts were made of robbery. That was also failed. I am aware of everything. N number of sites if I am handling, I am aware of everything at every site. Then they took them to police, lodged FIR. So we as an RP, we have to be very, we have to keep a close supervision and control. I know it may mean a lot of your time may go in that. But by use of technology, you can be everywhere at one point of time, right? So I used it in the best way. And I am happy and thankful that during my tenure, never such things happened. Not even a single penny a promoter could remove from the bank account or from anywhere. Because, sir, everyone will agree. See, they are not, insolvency is not by choice, right? It is by chance. The person who is running a company from 90 years, 60 years, 30 years, they don't want to become insolvent. Like they have not chosen to become insolvent and come to us. It is by chance because of failure or some of the other things, because of some export issues, problem, financial crisis. They have landed here. So we need to convince them, understand the psychology and manage them likewise. So I manage each of my promoter according to their attitude, temperament, and the kind of treatment that they deserve at a particular point of time so that I can get the results which are legally compliant. So we give them liberty, but at the same time, we have an extreme good check. And till date, I am able to do that. So this was a short session. I will conclude only with one thing. Ki, COC may disagree. We don't have to jump in to prove somebody right and other person wrong. You as an RP have to ask COC member, आप अपने views express कीजिए. Then say he has a different perspective, you have a different perspective, and then show them a path which is amicable and acceptable to all. Don't indulge in fight or don't indulge in proving no, this creditor is correct, you are sir doing wrong. That will make them angry because everybody is sitting at a reputed chair of their own institution. So they would not like to listen to you. So what I do is I listen to everyone, and being I have seen many of the RPs now, they don't regulate the meeting properly. See, you have to discipline them. You have to make them understand कि we will regulate this. They can't override the things or they cannot jump to one or the other thing of their
That
will.
is true. That is true. You have to be in the chair.
Yes. So I have not
And you have to
only
make everyone understand that you are the chair.
I have asked a very big institutions person also to be disciplined in the meeting and to other also. I said in my meeting, nobody can raise voice. If you want to fight, you fight legally in court. Please don't fight here. There will be no result. Then that person obviously felt very bad. But it is okay. We are not there to please everyone. We are there to maintain a discipline. A peaceful meeting should be there where everyone listens to the other person. And you have to ensure that as a chairperson, you can't say, okay, I am an IP and I will not get work from them again. We are IP, we will get lot of work if we do good work. If you go as per wish of one COC member, you may not be able to justify your post designation. Yes, anyone has a question?
Have you something query? Shri Nivash Mehta sir, have you any query, sir?
I think his speaker was on.
Speaker has been on.
Okay, so this is what I learned. We should maintain the discipline, decorum, so that the entire meeting is fruitful. What agendas are there, it will be discussed and the resolutions come. So we don't need to pass any judgment. He is correct or that is wrong. Listen to both. Both are correct. Both are sitting at the chair. Find an amicable solution and move ahead. So this is what I have understood. And to all my fellow colleagues, lastly, at NCLT, if you have any case, please attend it personally. because you are RP. You should know what is happening. You should listen. And at the same time, it is not required that you should respond immediately there. Because from last 7 years, I have been lucky enough कि during Corona, everything was on virtual. So I attended almost all the hearings. Then I gradually developed that I have started drafting petitions now. I am pleading for people because I enjoy that work. Because over a passage of time, because sir will also agree to me, Mr. Ray. Sir, in 2017, we were the beginners, and at that time, it was very difficult to find counsel only specifically knowing the IBC. So we were dragged into the process to read every line, whatever the lawyer is writing, because we are the one who are executing, living in day and day out. IBC. They are the one, they are doing lot of
The
work.
only problem, Tina ji, which I face, since I had at one point of time, I had multiple cases going on. So it was not possible for me to attend every NCLT hearing because पूरा दिन निकल जाता है. When you go there, पूरा दिन निकल जाता है. You have to keep on logging in. So today what we do is one of my colleagues is always logged in to see whether the council is what is happening. Then I come to know कि ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है. I have a decent team of counsels, so उसमें भी ऐसा कुछ problem नहीं है.
Yes, yes. Sir, मैंने भी अभी ऐसा resolve किया है कि the tough case, difficult ones, which require my presence, I need to supervise. I'm always there. And in the other case, I will ask my team to at least monitor what is happening. So that I am aware and my...
PUFE वाले hearing में, if it is high on board, तो मैं login करता हूँ. Physically as far as possible नहीं जा पाता, तो पूरा दिन निकल जाता है.
Online is the best, sir. Online is the best nowadays.
हाँ, तो उतना मैं करता हूँ. But I don't enjoy arguing before the NCLT. तो इसके लिए मैं personally ज़्यादा appear नहीं होता हूँ. Because I don't really enjoy arguing before the NCLT. But everything, drafting, everything, all that I'm involved with the lawyers, because ultimately this thing, even if we are hiring a counsel along with the lawyer, I go and brief the counsel, because I need to know that my lawyer has understood the thing properly. And after some time, when the counsels who are appearing for me have also realized कि okay, Baba, this fellow knows the subject, so let's hear him rather than the lawyer की facts and
ब्रीफिंग है ठीक है तो आपको अपियर होने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर ब्रीफिंग परफेक्ट है, आपका लॉयर अच्छा है, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि एवरी हियरिंग वी शुड गो.
मैं नहीं जा पाता मैडम, मैं नहीं जा पाता, मैं नहीं जाता. तो टीना जी ने, चलो टीना जी को थोड़ा आर्ग्यूमेंट का समझो, she says she started appearing.
I started enjoying it because I was thrown in the river. Because in 2017 when Corona came na sir, it was very difficult to find lawyers.
कभी बड़ा आरपी के लिए कभी बड़ा ह्यूमिलेटिंग हो जाता है, क्योंकि कभी प्रमोटर अचानक से कोई स्पेशल आईएल लेके पहुंच जाता है. आपको उस समय आप पढ़ भी नहीं पाते हो, इतना ह्यूमिलिएटिंग होता है एट दैट वेरी टाइम. आई जस्ट वांट टू वन ऑफ माय असाइनमेंट ऑफ शुगर मिल, देयर वाज 800 फार्मर्स हु हैज नॉट बीन पेड. Promoter just send them to my house. Promoter always used to send them to my house. That was up to 2018. 2018 में इतना नहीं था, लॉ भी इतना इवॉल्व नहीं था, तो मैं डर जाती थी. लेकिन फिर बाद में मैंने कहा नहीं, हम आपका कर रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे करके उसको फेस किया, तो दैट हैपेंड. कभी कभी क्रिमिनल एक्शन हो जाती है साइट पे, आधी रात को आपको उठ के आपकी नींद खत्म. So this is the part of life of an IP, I think.
होता है मैडम, एज ए मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट. एक मेरा रिजॉल्व केस है जहाँ पे ये ऐसा हुआ कि दिवाली के रात को जो आरए था, जिसकी एप्लीकेशन एनसीएलटी में काफी टाइम तक अनफॉर्चुनेटली पेंडिंग रही, वो आरए ने ऐसा एलेज किया कि यहाँ से कुछ चोरी हो गई है. ठीक है, आरए ने किया. एंड ही ऑल्सो सेड कि आई नो हु बॉट इट, who took it, who bought it. I said, very good, sir. If you know who took it, who bought it, then let me know. Even if my man is involved, I will file an FIR. And if somebody has bought it, let us get the money back. maybe if we are not going to get the material back, let's get the money back. ठीक है ना, आप ही का है ना पैसा. Then I went to the site. Now what they're alleging was removed could not be removed by without a truck. और वो गेट जो था वो तो कंट्रोल में था हमारा. 5 साल से तो उस गेट से कुछ घुसा ही नहीं, वो गेट खुलता ही नहीं था. ठीक है, और ट्रक के कोई टायर वायर भी नहीं दिखे. और इमीडिएटली हम गए थे सब लोग, और जो सिक्योरिटी कंपनी का इंचार्ज को भी मैंने दिल्ली से बुला लिया था. सब कुछ छोड़ो, यहाँ पे आओ, नहीं तो आपको अरेस्ट करवा दूंगा, ऐसा एलिगेशन आ रहा है. देन बार बार मैं उसको बोला, आरए को भी, कि बस आपको अगर मालूम है, आप बोल रहे हो किसी ने खरीदा है, यू कम क्लीन. नो, आई विल फाइल एन FIR. ठीक है, मेरी थोड़ी बदनामी होगी कि मेरे वॉच में हो गया, कोई बात नहीं. इवन इफ माई मैन इज इन्वॉल्व, आई विल गेट हिम अरेस्टेड, नो प्रॉब्लम. अब प्रूफ तो करो. ही डिडंट डू. ठीक है, फिर तो चुप बैठो सर. हाँ, आप COC में ऐसा बोलोगे बोलोगे, ऐसा कोई प्रूफ तो दे दो. प्रूफ दे दो, मैं आज भी करता हूं. मैंने किया नहीं, इट मे हैव हैपेंड, कोई आप बोल रहे हो. बट वहां जाके मैंने देखा कि इतने बड़े बड़े जो 16-16 किलो के एक एक प्लेट आप बोल रहे हो, 25 ऐसे गए, तो वो तो ट्रक से ही जाने थे. एक बैलगाड़ी का भी चक्के का मुझे ये नहीं दिखा वहां पे. ना ही जो obviously the plant and machinery was in a very bad situation. Lot of trees had grown around it. और जब तक रेजोल्यूशन नहीं आ रहा था, हम लोगों भी ज्यादा खर्चा किया नहीं उसमें, क्योंकि खर्चा करने लायक कुछ था नहीं. राइट. तो देन आई सेड कि बस अगर कुछ इतना हेवी चीज कोई खरीद के ले, मतलब खींच के ले जाता है ऊपर से उठार के, तो झाड़ तो थोड़ा डैमेज हुआ होना चाहिए. द ट्री शुड हैव गॉट डैमेज्ड a bit, no? Something should be there. Nothing was there. I said, अभी तो नहीं हुआ है. If you are saying pre CIRP कुछ हुआ है, I don't know. हाल फिलहाल में कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है, और है तो आप बताओ.
ये तो सर प्रैक्टिस रहती है. वी ऑल्सो गेट की चोरी हो गया है, और अंदर जाएंगे, मतलब जैसे कस्टडी लेने जाएंगे ना, तो वो बोलेगा इस रूम में तो सांप बैठा है मैडम. अब वो मैडम बहुत सारी CRP कर चुकी है, बैठा होगा तो ले जाएंगे उसके साथ. तो दिस आर द टैक्टिक्स दे यूज कि मैडम यहाँ तो ये था, ये गायब हो गया है. तो दैट इज द बेस्ट थिंग फॉर RP की वीडियोग्राफी और पिक्स रखें अपने पास.
वीडियोग्राफी तो कराना ही चाहिए. वीडियोग्राफी
हाँ,
तो
तो
हमेशा करते ही है, बाय
दैट इज
डिफॉल्ट कराना
ऑलवेज
चाहिए.
वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर अस कि आप बताओ कहाँ था और कहाँ से उठ के पूरा प्लांट चला गया. इन वन ऑफ द केसेस दे सेड कि पूरा प्लांट ही गायब हो गया है. मैं को कौन सा प्लांट भैया, ये पिक्चर्स हैं, वेयर इज द स्पेस. So this happens, sir. This is their tactics because we have been refined by all of these people, and their actions have made us the perfectionists कि we can understand कि this is mere tactics. तो अभी हम लोग अफेक्ट नहीं होते हैं. That is thriving through pressure, which is today's topic. कि these people have made us understand कि how much pressure they can create and how, and we also know कि it is mere pressure tactics, right? So that the RP नाइट में उठ के कहेगा कि प्लांट गायब हो गया है. हमने उसको बुलाया सामने, आपके जैसे ही था केस हमारा भी, कि वो प्लांट ही गायब हो गया है क्योंकि वो थर्ड पर्सन को सोल ऑफ हो चुकी थी कंपनी. तो ही हैज ऑल द राइट्स टू से एनीथिंग नाउ. बता दिया भैया प्लांट कहाँ लगा था, दिखा दे. पिक्चर में तो आप ही हो हमारे साथ पोजेशन देते हुए हर जगह, एंड वेयर इट इज रिटन इन द लिस्ट. सो दिस हैपेंस. बड़ा 14 एकड़ का होगा तो बोले यहाँ स्नेक्स थी, स्नेक्स है मैडम, अंदर तक जाओ ही मत आप. तो this things is all what we can take a call risk. So RP has to take a risk, be bold and brave. तो
स्नेक थिंग इज क्वाइट ओके. आज मैंने भी बहुत सारे ऐसे ये
बट
लिए
सर
थे.
उनके लिए बड़ा नया नया लगता है ना, उनको लगता है इनको डरा दो, आप इधर मत आओ, इधर ऐसा है.
No,
तो
once somebody told me, banker आए थे, there was a beehive and bees attacked one banker and she was hospitalized. अच्छा ठीक है, अभी तो कोई beehive दिख नहीं रहा है, हैं?
हाँ, और अटैक करेगा तो आप हॉस्पिटल में पहुंचा देना, चलो अभी तो.
हाँ, और आप भी मेरे साथ हो, मुझे अकेला थोड़ी अटैक करेगा, हैं?
These things happen, sir. These things happen. It is not new for us because we have already dealt with different kind of
So
personalities.
I think we should now allow some other RPs also to share their experience. I'm
Yes,
sure there are
if anyone wants ask any
many
questions.
senior RPs also there. Many
I'm
people
a
would have
liquidator for a power plant in Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
3 years back, I was damn scared. This is a power plant is owned by a very highly rich, politically connected people. And guest house of the power plant constructed 20 years back, which Andhra promoter will do guest house with his own money. And our bankers did not have the guest house of more than 1.5 acres in a good town in Andhra Pradesh, and few more acres of land which was not handed over to the bankers. And it's a huge company, about 4,000, 5,000 crores is the debt. So my challenge is I have to take over the guest house, and investigation was done. So I didn't know how to do it and I was damn scared. Then the security fellows told, sir, I invited from Chennai. In Chennai, we had taken a refinery. 4,400 were, local people looted the factory cable because they put fire and take the cable out of copper out of it. So that security fellow was available. He said, sir, you come to Andhra, that power plant site. I'm in Hyderabad. Come to the power plant site for 5 minutes. वो फोटो वैसा लेंगे, then you can go away. I said with all shaking, I said okay. They came with two vans. One van is experts who will take over the guest house, that is quickly sealing and all that. And another van where they had bouncers sitting about 5 to 6 kilometers far from the guest house. And then I went to the SP, Superintendent of Police of district, and the Superintendent of Police. He said it's a civil matter. Why should I come? No, sir. I am a court officer. You please help me. Reluctantly is there. But on the day of attack, I went with that security fellow, a big banner, everything. And then the police, you don't believe, the SP is a straight person. He sent 3 sub-inspectors. And within 1 hour, we occupied 1.5 acres land with about 3 to 4 guest house buildings in one heart of the town. And I auctioned it for 8 crores 36 lakhs and distributed to the bankers. And I went to Kanpur. I'm a RP for any large company with 10,000 crores debt in Hyderabad. Even Gadkari sir was telling, who is this RP? He doesn't pay to my contractors. Pre-CIRP. So what happened? I was summoned by the ED in Kanpur, Prayagraj, I think. So the moment I entered the ED's office, their inspectors took my pura janam patri. For half an hour, they just said, who are you? Mera beta, mera sisters, mera family ka pura आधा घंटा पूरा fill up करे. Then I was allowed to go to the additional commissioner in the ED. Then he said, what the hell, why did you take all this information from the RP? Then he treated me very well and then he call the MD. So these are like this. I've got plenty of experiences. Of course, everyone would like to speak, would have to speak. So these are some of the things which we face as RPs. And if you take some bold step, success will be ours. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wow, sir, nice to listen.
Yes,
Any questions anyone wants to ask?
any IP has the experience they can share. Now it is 5:44. Santanu sir has so much assignments and job engagements. I would now request Mr.
Now I only have so, and all of them are attached by ED. तो बहुत आराम से चलता है मेरा काम. Because half the time I'm in their office, वो asset ही नहीं छोड़ता है. Time ही नहीं है. It's like that. CIRP is more challenging than liquidation. And
Sir,
now,
आज की डेट में liquidation is also going to be very challenging because of so many compliances and all.
It is. But what happens is, of course, now the amendment, I don't know how it will play out. They are saying 180 days plus 90 days. ये ED वाले cases तो हो ही नहीं सकते. हो ही नहीं सकते. So when IBBI was making this presentation on the first day, when one Madam Ajanta was making the presentation, so I told her, Madam, you are saying that only 180 days plus 80 days. How is it possible? No. somewhere we have to this thing. I said, madam, at least since you are anyway putting the liquidation also entirely in the control of the COC, the whole thing is continued. Why don't you allow the COC only to decide whether they want to extend, or how, if the assets remain, the hard assets remain, how will the liquidation be completed? How will the dissolution be filed? What will happen to the assets? So she took down. I hope they do something about it, at least empower COC to seek extension. Otherwise, it's going to create a lot of mess. Because how can you sell big companies, like Sir was saying about a power plant? Now, how can you sell power plant in 180 days plus 90 days? The entire power plant. You will have so many challenges. I don't know, sir. You can tell me if you have managed to sell within 180 days. I have never managed to sell anything within
I'm
180 days.
liquidator for 2 power plants.
For LML, it's going on from 2080. Liquidation is just going on, it's still going on.
I'm liquidator for 2 power plants in Andhra Pradesh. After 18 auctions, I could sell 1 power plant where land was not involved. Another power plant where land is there, I'm having tough challenge from the promoters indirectly. I cannot go on record because
Of course.
our own internal team, I'm just telling. So there's a lot of tough time. So about 5 years are gone. NCLT is questioning me why you're not selling. I said, sir, if I cannot sell, no one else can sell in the normal IBC route.
That is true, sir. Actually, somehow, you know what I feel, ecosystem has developed, or some kind of a narrative have developed, that it is only the RPs who are the guys who are playing mischief. You know, so if you look at the way, you're blamed for everything. IP सीधा नहीं है. This is something which maybe a few bad apples will be there in any profession. You know, why do you want to throw the baby out with the bathwater? Now you are putting so many regulations, so many compliances. I don't know what is the necessity.
Correct, sir. Correct.
But this is this thing कि RP सीधा नहीं है. Maybe नहीं है कुछ जगह में, because when I interact with the ED people a lot of time, you know, because of my cases, तो they themselves say कि यारे इधर हमने, मतलब of course without taking any name, नहीं आपके RP लोग भी ऐसा करते हैं. One RP we are going to pick up. I said, okay. You know, I said, okay. But then, ठीक है, 1 or 2 bad apples will be there, but the way they are trying to shorten the thing, give it to the COC. अगर सारा COC अच्छा ही होता, सारे bankers अच्छे ही होते, diligent होते, NPA होता ही नहीं यार. Right? Because unfortunately, most of the cases that I have handled are planned frauds, planned insolvencies, and not business failures. And one case, the promoter told me very clearly, अरे यहाँ तो प्लांट चल ही नहीं सकता है, तो आपने लगाया क्यों? बोला, बस क्या है, बैंक वाले लोन दे रहे थे तभी सस्ते में, बोले ले लेता हूँ, फिर वापस कहाँ देना है? So the business was that casual. Now, thanks to this personal insolvency and all these things, things may get a little tougher, hopefully.
Sir, you rightly said that certain insolvencies are actually planned frauds. So similar kind of situation I have faced as well in one of my assignments, wherein actually a loan was taken in the year 2011, and there at that point in time it was planned that in case the default will be there, so they actually surrounded that very facility with their personal plots which were not mortgaged. And also there was a revenue road, and alongside that very revenue road, a private road was built up, and that private road is registered in the name of the relatives of those very suspended directors. So on all the 4 sides, so there is no entry into that very facility for which loan was taken, and that is a hefty loan of around 400 crores. So thing is that this was pre-planned with the objective to defraud the creditors, and somehow, So creditors have failed to, and moreover, the valuers at that very time, so those have failed to analyze the things in a better way. So how come a facility is surrounded by the plots or the private road, and there is no entry into that very plot on all the four sides? So how can that kind of thing be ignored by the bankers? So this is my point.
So, see, and another case, very small asset, but a very big loan. I don't know how this loan was given in the first place. So this guy had one small office where he also kept one guy who as a lessee. Literally for 5 years, we went up to the Supreme Court because that guy wanted a 10 crore property at 2 crore. Okay. So I said, nothing doing, get lost.
Sir, I understand that discussion with sir also. We will have a separate webinar for experiences of all the IPs. So
You
that
should, sir.
where we are going wrong, sir.
You should. See, actually, experience share करेंगे एक दूसरे के साथ तो सीखेंगे.
आगे बढ़ेंगे, sir. Thereafter we will
Cumulatively
be better.
सीखेंगे.
बिल्कुल
Cumulatively
Yes, sir.
सीखेंगे.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
सबका
sir.
कुछ ना कुछ तो किया है. I'm sure there are many people who are quiet and not speaking, but they would have much more experience than many of us.
जब समय आता है ना तब याद आता है हाँ ऐसे हुआ था. Now I request Mr. Sanjeev Chaudhary to express gratitude on behalf of the IPNet and offer a memento to for our speakers, the Shantanu sir.
Thank you, IPNet team, madam, for giving me this opportunity.
Now, please share
All-
memento.
Yep, memento is to be shared by you only, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Please. For our Shantanu sir, as a memory, this IPNet is delivering a memento which will be shared by madam.
Yes,
Babita
sir.
madam, please, Shantanu sir के लिए.
Yes, sir. I'm just sharing.
And this will also
I
be
thought this will be shared by somebody else. That's why
No.
that was not kept ready.
No
See.
problem, madam. Take 2 more minutes. No issue.
Yeah. So, sir, this memento as a memory of our this
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
will be
Yes.
delivered to your place also. And now, madam,
Now
Okay.
I'm sharing memento and memento for our second speaker, Ms. Tina Saraswat.
Tina madam, this is for you.
Thank you, sir.
Earlier you were presenting, this time you have to receive. Why it is changed?
So
No.
this was a wonderful webinar. So wherein so a lot of interaction has been there, and practical.
Sir, we will share you that will be very shortly. When
We
sir
are
will be
all
present, now you
we are
must
all experienced professionals, sir. So we can, learn from each other. There is
It is
nothing.
always good to have a practical session rather than a
This
theoretical.
is better, sir.
practical is very important, sir.
This is
I
better
invite
session.
IPNet not to make announcement for next webinar from IPNet. Anybody is available from IPNet?
IPNet not Mr. Sandeep Chitkara is there, na? Regional head.
Yes.
No, actually.
Sandeep sir, IPNet not sir. Your next webinar, please.
Ma'am, actually, I'm not ready with the same. So give me some time. So I will get back.
No problem,
Okay,
sir. You just call people for the date and time. And later on, you can announce the topic.
Tina ma'am, can you give me your number, please? Tomorrow I will be going to Jabalpur to take control custody of and close it, madam. I want your experience.
Sir, I had very wonderful experiences.
Everyone
Because
has
sir has
very
handled only
happy,
one
every
case of
idea
Indore.
is
And I am handling all the cases of Indore and Bhopal.
Just share me your
Diamond
number, madam.
job.
Whenever I require, you call you.
True, sir. You can drop a message to Makija ji or mail me. I will share, sir.
Okay,
Because
madam.
it's online recording, na, it will go to everyone then.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I request our Mr. Sanjeev Chaudhary to expression of gratitude to all the speakers, participants, and organizers, please.
So I am representing IPNet Central, and it's a privilege to extend this vote of thanks today. I would like to express my sincere gratitude, thanks to our IPNet for providing me this opportunity.
Sir, I think next problem, sir. Is there any internet problem with Chaudhary, sir?
Let's wait for 2 minutes. I think he has network issues.
Yeah, there is some issue. I think it's stalling, but his frame has frozen.
So we as an IP can convey vote of thanks to each other. Thank you so much.
I just take privilege. I am on behalf of Mr. Sanjeev Chaudhary. I just express the gratitude to both the speakers and the members who have joined this
Thank you.
seminar. And it is the start of something that is truly significant movement that will shape our professional community in a year's ahead. I extend my heartfelt thanks to first speaker, Mr. Shantanu Tire, and our keynote speaker, Ms. Tina Saraswat Pandey. Your presence has added our immense value and practical experience. Your insightful words and vision have inspired all of us to think bigger and strive for excellence. Thank you so much for gracing us your time and wisdom. I would also like to thank our president, Mr. Ashish Makhija. Sir, your relentless dedication and visionary leadership continue to make IPNet a platform of unparalleled importance. Your address today reaffirmed that we are on right path. Under your stewardship, your guidance gives us confidence to reach new heights, and for that we are truly grateful. A special note of मैं अपने को भी thanks दे देती हूँ.
Hey, madam, we will convey thanks. Thank you, Babita madam, for the being a wonderful moderator. Thank you, madam.
I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to Team Transition and their technical supporting. Your work tirelessly behind the scenes, ensuring everything runs so smoothly. Your hard work is the foundation of our successful events like this one. Thank you for all your unwavering support and flawless execution. Finally, to everyone who has supported the event today, your presence, enthusiasm, and your active participation engagement makes this event truly remarkable. Together, we are building community, and this will not only foster the professional growth but also strive innovation, collaboration in the insolvency profession across India. Thank you once again, all those who have contributed, participated, and supported this remarkable initiative. This is only the beginning, and I look forward to what we achieve together in the future. Thank you so much.